Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rising Duelist, Konobandit here with
your boy Chillfish.
And today we're going to talk about just 5 reasons why looking ahead in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just not good.
Like, it's one thing to look ahead one set, you know,
Yeah.
okay, we just got this set, next set's going to be great, or like new support. I mean,
Exactly,
when
new
a new archetype drops, they're going to get new support in another set. That's fine and that's healthy. But when we're talking when you're playing 3 or 4 sets ahead of the game, or when you're like online, like either Wygo Pro, Wygo Pro 2, Dueling Book, and you're playing against someone whose deck is this archetype with unconfirmed effects. That's
Exactly,
in
that
there.
you don't know what's going. Like good example for that, Jack Knights. They just changed the ruling of one of their cards. They had their own win condition, and they just changed the ruling for that, saying that you need one of each different Jack Knight for you to win. I think I don't remember exactly what it works, but you need one of each, which was different than what people thought of it as. Oh, I just need maybe copies of this one Jack
3,
Knight.
and then that affects a lot of things. When you're playing online, it's so different than when you're playing now because that ties into
exactly. So
things.
the first thing we want to talk about is Overhype. Like he was saying, looking at like these sets, we knew about Spirit Warriors way ahead.
Like July,
yeah.
When we heard about like the
like,
new 6 Sam stuff,
and then people started taking out the 6 Sam stuff, and then we were seeing the Gateway going up in price because people.
And this wasn't even before Gateway came off yet.
Exactly. Yeah. People were like, "Oh crap!" Like 6 Samurais. Like there's so much hype with that, which makes the market. It just makes the market ridiculous, and I think
it inflates it way too much.
Exactly, and that's the one thing. Like with this hype, the market is always changing because people are hyping things way before they even come out.
Or like even when you get the new product out, for the first week or 2, it's super inflated and everything's expensive, and then like the next 3 weeks later, it just plummets. Now, of course, when a new set drops, it happens naturally. But you're talking when you have a card that's worth $80-something that people are expecting it to be, and then it's not that phenomenal.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I remember when Soul Charge, for example, was that overhyped card, and not just because it got limited, but then eventually it dwindled because it wasn't seeing as much popularity.
Exactly.
And the next one we got is
takes away from the now,
which this seems kind of weird because you should always be thinking ahead in Yu-Gi-Oh! In a certain way. But when you're playing, if I'm playing a competitive deck in this format at the time of filming this video, November 2017. Rip Spiral. You know, if I'm playing Mermails, because I love Mermails, playing my Mermail deck built for this time frame, and he's over here playing Jack Knights, which have so many different effects and they're so far ahead of the meta, we can't predict that. And it's hard to say that because you go, oh, well, we also don't know what's going to happen in the meta in 3 months. I mean...
Exactly. Yeah, like, I remember when people were hearing that Spirals were going to come out, and with Double Helix, everyone was like, oh crap, Spiral's new meta, and we did have them as tier 0 for a good 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
10 days, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't that long at all, but like people thought it was gonna stay, and then look what happened. So emergency battle list.
You know, and it's really hard to predict something like that. And again, just taking away from that because you don't know what a card is gonna be relevant, what card could come back from the format. I mean, before Trickstars came out, you know,
no one cared about it.
It's hard to believe, but Droll and Lockbird was like cheap.
Oh, it was. I picked them up. I remember when I was looking at the deck, and you can even go back. There's a video where I talked about this, like pick up like Droll and Locks, and because I was thinking of Trickstars, and I was like, oh yeah, Droll and Lock with Trickstar is just really good. Obviously, we see
no one expected them to be hyped, and then all of a sudden now Droll and Lockbird's like 20s and
yeah, they're like in $20 right now for a super. And it's just ridiculous. So you really can't.
Which actually ties in perfectly to the next one we got, number 3.
Harder to predict stuff. Like, you don't know what's going to change in the market. You don't know what's going to change in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, we could think all we want about what's going to happen next. Like, people could be like, oh, Magical Musketeers are going to be the next meta deck, you know?
Or Weather Artists or whatever.
Yeah,
weather painters.
Weather Painters, yeah. But then when they come out, we don't know what'll happen. They might suck crap. They might do absolutely nothing.
I'm sure someone in the universe thought that FA was going to be a good deck. Somewhere someone thought that, and then it's not good. And you know, you can play it online and test and go, wow, this is good for this meta, but if you're playing something 3 months ahead, that meta, it could be really dominant, and then something comes out.
Yeah, deck's always changing.
I mean, the good one, the example of a deck that just didn't live up to the love is DDDs. DDDs had a hot 2 weeks here in America, and then Power Creep.
They just died out.
And again, this connects all these points really connect. But number 4
hold
here,
on, one thing before that. Another thing that's harder to predict. Did anyone ever predict that Pendulum Magicians would be as good as they are now? No one saw that
I want to
coming.
go on the record, and Jay is a witness. About July, June, I said I want to build this deck, and everyone told me don't. It's crap, and then all of a sudden now it's great. I have it now, but just saying.
All right, now moving on to
Number 4. You know, we can't compare to the OCG. We can to an extent, and you can see a trend. But I remember in the OCG when ABCs were just running rampant for a long time, and they did do something around here for a while too. But Blue Eyes took a lot over, and then we can even talk now about the recent hit to Spirals.
Exactly. Yeah, you could see in Spirals right now in the OCG, they have Tri-Gate Wizard, they have Link Karibo, and
we don't have that.
We don't have that, and we just got hit. Like
we just got hit, so you can't always predict an event to get something hit. I mean, even then with Zodiacs, I think got crucified and slaughtered in the OCG land.
Yeah, they did.
TCG to a similar extent, but or True Draco.
Yeah,
True Draco are still alive. Time recording video masterpiece, and a diagram was like 20-ish time recording this video, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. No,
but they're dead in the OCG, so we don't always follow
so true.
suit.
And everyone thought Terraforming was going to get hit. We still have Terraforming at 3. Like no
time
one
recording this video.
Like that's why it's bad. Like looking ahead, like with comparing it to the OCGs, because we can't compare to what we're in separate different fields right here.
And not even just that, like OCG and TCG, the two staples that are completely different. TCG has Raigeki, OCG has Feather Duster, which seems kind of weird, but I think that just perfectly sums up. I've always said this playing with my friends and everyone here at Rising Duelist. OCG is like, I'm going to trip you up slowly, but we're going to have a skillful game, hence Feather Duster. TCG is just, I'm going to run roughshod over you, bend you over the table, hence why I have Raigeki.
It's so true.
And it just goes down to the very last number one, which it's like the icing on the cake. Like there's no really ranking. We're just kind of going like the most important. Like
I would say this is the worst one. Though.
This is like I think this is one that everyone hates.
Yeah.
And we all know this. We want a new deck. These cards are so hype. You've waited for 2 months for this deck or archetype, or the support card. Stupid Mermail, Nerelia, whatever. You know, like super hype, and then you just get dissatisfaction.
A lot of dissatisfaction. Yeah, I can't even speak.
He's so sad. He's so distraught.
I was really excited for like crawlers, just because like I thought they were really interesting, and then they come out in the TCG and they give us one super, and you're just like, okay, I'm glad they're all cheap, but like they're
even like when you think like I remember when structure decks they do this all the time here in TCG land. I remember when the Hero structure deck came out, and it was like, oh my gosh, Elemental Hero Blaze Man, super cool card. I can't wait for this to be the structure deck, and it doesn't. It comes out in the World Super Legacy, whatever, and it's a pricey card because no one could ever pull it.
Exactly. And right now with the new structure deck that's coming out literally tomorrow, as the time we're filming this, people are like, "Oh, we're gonna get Dimensional Barrier as a
and they
common.
change it.
And they change it. That's
we do Cosmic Cyclone.
Yep, look at that.
But
we're dissatisfied.
Like it just predicting ahead and being scarred your heart, children.
Exactly. No.
But what do you guys think? Like, are we just being too critical? Like, looking ahead's not always that bad. We're being too nostalgic or whatever. Comment below, subscribe, tell us what you guys think.
All right, see you guys.